we'll continue with the topic. So now the topics which I'll be dealing, you have already dealt in, like you have already studied in your first year. We'll just revise the topics, whatever it is, like one by one. We'll just revise the topic. What are the things that you have studied in your first years? So you all know what is this, what are the topics I'm dealing with now. So you know what is lifestyle. So what is lifestyle? So when we talk about this lifestyle, if it is healthy lifestyle, if we are maintaining, we'll be healthy. But if unhealthy lifestyles, if we are maintaining, then we'll become unhealthy. So this healthy lifestyle, it means living the life in a way that helps the person to be both physically as well as emotionally healthy. So healthy lifestyle means living life in a way, okay, living life in a way that helps the person to be both physically as well as emotionally healthy, okay, that helps the person to be both physically as well as emotionally healthy. So healthy lifestyle, it means living life, okay, so healthy lifestyle, it means living life in a way that helps the person to be healthy, helps the person to be both physically as well as emotionally healthy, okay, physically as well as emotionally healthy. So that is usually about this thing. So when it usually includes, okay, if you want to create a healthy lifestyle, okay, if you want to create a healthy lifestyle, it mainly includes that we have to maintain positive relationship, okay, we have to maintain positive relationship. That is, positive relationship will make feel healthier, okay, positive, when we are maintaining positive relationship, it makes or feels like we feel healthier, okay, we feel healthier as well as happier, okay, we feel healthier as well as happy. So when relationship is not good, okay, when relationship is not good, we will not feel this happy, will not be happy, will not be satisfied, and will not be healthier also. So therefore we have to maintain positive relationship. So next is we have to avoid tobacco products as well as alcohol, okay, we have to avoid tobacco as well as alcohol. So therefore this usually what happen, when we are chronically exposed to such products, okay, when we are chronically exposed to such products, it might lead to many health issues, okay, it might lead to many health issues like coronary artery disease, peptic ulcer, reproductive disturbances, hypertension, and also they will be having delayed wound healing. So therefore that is, we have to avoid this tobacco products as well as alcohol so that we can stay healthy. Next, we should have adequate rest and sleep, okay, we should have adequate rest and sleep. So that is, when we are having adequate rest and sleep, then we can be able to, like, our metabolic functions will normally happen, okay, our metabolic functions will normally happen. So that is usually about that. So that is, we have to require adequate rest and sleep. Then we should carry on certain physical activity, okay, we should carry on certain physical activity, 30 minutes a day, okay, 30 minutes a day if you go with regular physical activity, okay, if you go with regular physical activity, then you can maintain good health, okay, you can maintain good health. So next is nutrition, important thing, we have to have good nutritious as well as balanced diet, okay, we should have good nutritious as well as balanced diet, which usually improves physical health as well as mental health, okay, which usually improves physical health as well as mental health. So that is usually about this. So therefore lifestyle, it means living life in a way that helps the person to be physically as well as emotionally healthy. So in order to maintain good lifestyle, okay, in order to maintain good lifestyle, then we have to follow such things. That is good nutrition, good, like, proper physical activity, good adequate rest and sleep, avoiding tobacco products and alcohol, then maintaining good positive relationship, okay, maintaining good positive relationship. So all this thing when we are maintaining, so we can have good lifestyle. So next is hygiene. So hygiene, you all know what is hygiene. It is maintaining, it is usually, I've studied in your first, like, personal hygiene, okay, maintaining good personal hygiene. When we maintain good personal hygiene, so normally what happen, we can stay healthy, okay. So these are all the topics which you have studied in your first year. Then physical activity, I have told you that 30 minutes a day if you perform certain activities, you can be healthy. So that is usually when you do physical activity, okay, when you do physical activity, so that normally what is that, so before that, so hygiene, when we are talking, so hygiene, it is nothing but it is the word that has been derived from Greek word hygia, okay, it is the word that is derived from Greek word hygia, which usually means clean, okay, which usually means clean. So that is usually when you maintain cleanliness, okay, when you maintain cleanliness, so it promotes physical health, mental health, social health as well as spiritual health. So when you are maintaining healthy, okay, when you are maintaining hygiene, it usually promotes physical health, mental health, social health as well as spiritual health, okay. So when you are maintaining hygiene, it usually promotes physical health, mental health, social health as well as spiritual health. So that is usually about this. So hygiene, it is the word which is derived from Greek word hygia, which means clean. So when we are maintaining hygiene, it usually promotes physical health, mental health, social health as well as spiritual health. So personal hygiene, already you'll know that by includes bathing, includes bathing, wearing clean clothes, washing clothes, and so all this thing, it is usually about this, like maintaining clean habits. Okay, maintaining clean habits. So that is mainly, this hygiene includes personal hygiene, maintaining ourselves clean; environmental hygiene, keeping the surroundings clean. Okay, keeping the surroundings clean. So that is usually about this thing. So this environmental hygiene, it is divided into domestic hygiene and community hygiene. Domestic hygiene, it mainly consists of, like I have told you before, only the determinants of like good housing condition, proper ventilation, light, then storage of food properly, then disposal of waste and all properly. So this all I think, like environmental hygiene I have told you, right, regarding water, air, house, ventilation, light, disposal of sewage disposal, so all waste disposal. So all this thing, it usually includes in the domestic hygiene. And community hygiene, it is mainly includes like it mainly identifies the problems, like sanitation problems, everything should be identified, and it should be clean. Okay, it should be clean. So that is usually about this environmental hygiene. So this is physical activity. So physical activity, it is mainly the activity or exercises that we perform in order to improve the health. Okay, so it is usually the exercises that we perform in order to improve the health. So that is usually, it includes like doing some asanas, walking, running, climbing, cycling, dancing. So all these are the physical activities. So physical activities, the exercises that we perform in order to improve our health. So this mainly includes like yoga asanas can be done, cycling can be done, dancing can be done, running can be done, climbing can be done. So all these are usually includes in the physical activity. So this, what are the benefits of this physical activity? It maintains our muscle tone. Okay, it maintains our muscle tone. Physical fitness can be achieved. Okay, physical fitness can be achieved. Stimulates blood circulation. Okay, stimulates blood circulation and prevents venous stasis. Okay, it prevents venous stasis and stimulates blood circulation. Helps to reduce edema. Okay, helps to reduce edema. Prevents varicose veins. Okay, prevents varicose veins. Improves lung ventilation. Okay, improves lung ventilation. So that is usually the benefits of this beneficial effects of this physical activity is that it stimulates blood circulation and venous stasis can be avoided. And lung ventilation, it improves, reduce edema, workload of the heart will be reduced, physical fitness can be maintained. So this is usually about the physical activity. So next is recreation and sleep. So recreation, it usually means relaxation. Okay, recreation, it means relaxation. So recreation, it is an activity that renews our mind and body. Okay, recreation is nothing but relaxation. So recreation, it is the activity which usually renews the mind and body. Okay, it renews the mind and body. So recreation, it usually means relaxation. Okay, recreation, it usually means relaxation. So recreation, it is an activity that renews the mind and body. So that is usually about this recreation. So recreation can be of two types, active and passive. Okay, recreation can be of two types, active and passive. So active recreation, it mainly includes physical exercise like playing table tennis, walking, occupational therapy. And passive, it usually includes like listening music, playing chess. So whatever the relaxes, so it might be. So recreation, it is nothing but relaxation. So recreation, it is the activity which usually renews our body and mind. So these are of two types, active and passive. So active, it includes like playing table tennis, occupational therapy, everything. Passive, it mainly includes like listening to music, playing chess, etc. So that is usually what happens. It diverts from the it diverts the mind and helps to forget the unwanted things. Okay, it diverts the mind and helps to forget the unwanted things. So what is sleep? Sleep, it is usually a natural process where we have to sleep about 8 hours. Okay, where we have to sleep about 8 hours for keeping our mind fresh. Okay, we have to sleep for about 8 hours, to keep our mind relaxed as well as fresh. So body also will be relaxed, body also will be fresh, as well as mind also will be relaxed and fresh. So that is usually about this recreation and sleep. So there are certain factors which usually affects our sleep. If there is any illness, alcohol, and lifestyle changes. Okay, if there is any lifestyle changes like continuous work or might also will disturb the sleep. Emotional stress also disturbs the sleep. diet. Okay, so usually what happened, diet, so weight gain has been associated with reduced total sleep. Okay, weight gain has reduced total sleep. Some medications, okay, some of the medication will usually interfere with the sleep. So there are certain factors which affects our sleep. It is mainly includes diet, alcohol, some medications, stress, illness, or lifestyle changes. So this is about this recreation and sleep. Recreation, it is recreation and sleep, like both usually gives relaxation to the body. Okay, both usually gives relaxation for the body, and which is very necessary. Okay, which is very necessary. So in order to give proper sleep for the person, see that the person will be having adequate sleep. So about minimum 8 hours you should sleep. So that is when the person, when he is not able to sleep, or when we want to sleep, see that the environment is quiet and calm. Okay, the environment is quiet and calm, and then provide warm bath in the evening so that he can get good sleep. Provide adequate ventilation. Provide comfortable position for the person to sleep if he is not able to sleep. So we have to take certain measures. Provide quiet and calm environment. Provide adequate ventilation. Then induce sleep by asking him to go for warm bath in the evening, and then provide comfortable position to the, and if at all if mosquitoes are there, use mosquito nets and encourage them to sleep. So that is usually about this recreation and sleep. So it is usually about this thing. So next, dietary pattern, everything you have seen in the first years, like what are the dietary pattern, like for what are the diet that we have to maintain, how the balanced diet has to be maintained, like what are the requirements of a person, like depending upon their health, depending upon their unhealthy status. So what are the things that we have to give to the people, everything we have studied in your nutrition. So next is usually occupation. So what is occupation? So occupation, it has been usually the work or the work that a person does. So it is usually, it might be like productive work, or it might usually promotes health. Okay, so when we are doing this productive work, normally when we do work, normally it promotes our health. So there are classification of occupation. So occupation is classified into professional occupation, intermediate occupation, and professional occupation, intermediate occupation. The other is non-manual skilled occupation and manual skilled occupation. So it is usually about this different types of occupation: productive occupation, professional occupation, intermediate occupation, non-manual skilled occupation, manual skilled occupation, and unskilled occupation. So all these are usually the different types of occupation. So this occupation, usually what happens, it usually gives economic rewards will be there when you are performing the occupation. Economic rewards will be there, and also there will be status will be improved. Okay, your status will be improved, and also, so that is usually about this occupation. Occupation is nothing but doing some work. Okay, doing some work which usually promotes our health, like physically also will be strong, mentally also will be strong. So there are different types of occupation, and this occupation usually gives us like economic rewards will be there, as well as their status will be improved, our lifestyle will be changed. Okay, lifestyle can be improved. So all this thing, it is usually about this occupation. So next is financial management. So financial management is very necessary. So in order to go with this management, so therefore some financial the government has given certain things, certain steps in order to manage the finance. Again, this manage the finance. So it is importance of this financial management is that it usually study the pattern of allocation of budget. Okay, studies the pattern of allocation of budget. So this was usually established in the year 1839. Okay, this financial management was usually established in the year 1879. Sorry, it was established in the year 1879. So that is usually what happened. So this is very necessary. So also to study the pattern of allocation of budget, then to study the health expenditure versus health status. It is meant to study with the health expenditure versus health status, to minimize wasteful expenditures. Okay, to minimize wasteful expenditure, to make use of manpower. Okay, to make use of manpower, equipment and other material. Okay, to make use of manpower, equipment and other material. Okay, to make use of manpower, equipment and other material. So that is usually about this thing. So normally financial management very necessary, so that we can waste unnecessary expenditures can be avoided, and we can know what are the requirements in the like health expenditure versus the health status. So that is usually done. And then also to make use of the manpower, equipment and other materials, to identify alternative use of resources. To identify alternative use of resources. So that is usually about this thing. So there are certain financial resources which is usually given. like funds. Okay, there are certain financial resources that is usually given in order to improve the health expenditure or to provide health expenditure for the health. So that is usually about this financial management, which is very necessary so that we can make use, like we can plan. Okay, we can plan for the usage, like what are the things that is required, how much we have to use, how much it should not be used. So all this waste and all can, like unnecessary expenditures can be avoided. Okay, unnecessary expenditures can be avoided. So there are certain insurance companies, like certain insurance plan that is there in order to improve the financial status of the person so that they can provide good health facilities for the people. So that is usually there. And then income usually refers to the money that the person earns by working. Okay, income, it is the money that a person earns by working. So that is income, it is usually depends upon, like different people will be having different income. Okay, different people will be getting different income. So what is budget? So budget means a plan. Usually budget we prepare, right? In your home also you would have seen that your mother or father will be planning for the budget of the month, starting of the month, so that they can follow, like budget is mainly so that we can plan like how much money we have to spend and how, so that we can save also, so that we can, unnecessary waste can be avoided and so that we can save also. So it is budget, it is usually a plan showing future income and money to be spent over a time. Okay, it is usually showing future income and money that has to be spent over the period. So normally this budget, normally all the families usually they'll do at the beginning of the month, where they'll be planning what are the things that they have to spend and what are the things that they should not spend the money. So everything they will plan. So similarly here also it is a plan that is showing future income and money to be spent over a period. Okay, it is a plan that is money to be spent over a period. So that is usually about this budget. Okay, that is usually about this budget. So next is purchasing power. So it is defined as number of units of a country's currency. Okay, purchasing power, it is defined as the number of units of country's currency required to buy the same amount of goods and services. Required to buy the same amount of goods and services in the domestic market. So it is nothing but the number of units of currency, country's currency required to buy the same amount of goods and services in the domestic market. So that is usually the number of units that a country's currency, so that they can buy the product with the same amount. So that you can buy the product with the same amount. So that is usually about this thing. So next is security. So what is security? Security is defined as the society that furnishes and organization against the risk to which people are exposed. Like there are some common risk, it includes like sickness and death. Okay, common risk, it includes sickness and death. So it is defined as the security that society furnishes through appropriate organization. Okay, that the society furnishes through appropriate organization and against risk to which people are exposed. Okay, risk to which people are exposed. Common risk are sickness, death, etc. So they are mainly classified into, like they will be like social security for industrial worker, social security for the civil servants and for general public. So social security for general industrial workers, it includes like ESI will be there for them, workmen's compensation will be there for them, central maternity benefits will be there for them, family pension scheme. Okay, so that is social security for the industrial workers. It mainly includes like Workmen Compensation Act, ESI, Maternity Act, as well as pension, family pension scheme also will be there in this. And then social security for the civil servants, like central and state government. Okay, civil servants, and mainly includes like employees of the central and state government. They will be having pension, PF, gratuity, family pension scheme. Okay, they will be having PF, pension, gratuity as well as family pension scheme. And for general public, it may be like the risk for accidents, fire, death, they will be covered by insurance schemes. Okay, they will be having insurance schemes and public provident fund. Okay, they will be having insurance scheme as well as public provident fund. Okay, so that is usually about this purchasing power and security. Purchasing power, it is nothing but that country's currency. Okay, they will be having the number of units of the country's currency so that they can buy the product and the services in the domestic market. Okay, they can buy the products and the services in the domestic market. So that is usually about this purchasing power. And next is security. It is usually the security, it is mainly for the benefit of the employees, okay, for the benefit of the employee, so that they will be having what are the things that they should have, okay, so that they can live a life happily, or they will be having some benefit, okay, wherever they are working they will be having some benefits. So normally in the family you will see that they will be having some, they will do some deposition or something, so that in future it will be useful for them. So that is one type of security, that is one type of security. So that is usually given for all the workers, okay, that is usually given for all the workers, okay. These are the small topics which you have already studied or which you all know. So that has been just revised. So financial management, you know what is financial management, mainly to manage the financial resources properly, so that unnecessary expenditures can be avoided. So this is usually about this small topics where you have already studied. So this is just a revision of the small topics. So by this your community portions completes.